Every nation has the right to exercise its armed forces, and that's also the case for Russia. And we don't see any imminent threat against any NATO ally. But what we see is a more assertive Russia, and we see a Russia which over years has developed new and more modern military capabilities, and which has used military force against a neighbor, Ukraine. And therefore we have responded in a proportionate, measured way by increasing our military presence in the eastern part of the alliance. President Trump has been very clear on the message of the importance of fair burden sharing within the NATO alliance. And I agree that we need fair burden sharing. And therefore I welcome that European allies and Canada are now investing more in defense. After many years of decline, we have now seen for the first time since the end of the Cold War a real increase in defense spending across Europe and Canada. And this year it will actually be 6 nations that meet the 2% target. Next year 2 more, Lithuania and Latvia will most likely join the club. But perhaps even more important is that so many other nations are increasing, moving towards the 2% target. So all in all, this is a significant increase of the European contribution to our alliance. It's a national decision what kind of weapon systems each nation wants to buy. What is important for NATO is that we are as interoperable as possible, that we can work together. I met President Erdogan yesterday, and he said that they will continue with the procurement of the S-400, the Russian system, but which will most likely not be integrated into the NATO system. It will be a standalone system. But then they will also then continue looking into the possibility of buying Italian and French, something called SAMP-T, in addition to augment their air defenses. Also, I welcome the announcement by President Trump that the US is now going to be in Afghanistan on a condition-based mission, not based on specific time tables. And I also welcome the fact that the US has announced that they will increase their troop numbers. NATO has decided to increase the troop numbers in Afghanistan, and several European allies and partner nations have already announced that they will also provide more forces to our train, assist and advise mission in Afghanistan. This is about making sure that Afghanistan doesn't once again become a safe haven for international terrorists. And the best way of doing that is to enable the Afghans to have defense security forces which are strong enough to do that. I don't think this is an easy task, but I strongly believe that the best way forward is to train them instead of NATO sending big numbers of combat troops fighting in Afghanistan.